Washington County judge will hear an appeal today.
It's on the conditional use permit of the new Ramay Junior High campus. A resident sued Fayetteville City Council after they voted down an appeal from council member Teresa Turk in May. The College Ave site for the new campus has seen a lot of pushback. Many have argued that it will hurt traffic and water runoff in the area, and the school district's plan could impact nearby neighborhoods. The circuit court judge will hear arguments at 1:30 this afternoon.
And Attorney General Tim Griffin says he's suing drug makers that he claims are putting profits ahead of patients. AG saying that the companies violated an Arkansas law which was passed all the way back in 2021, aiming to protect access to lower cost medications. He claims they used restrictions that blocked access to 340B drug discounts, the program that helps hospitals and clinics stretch their budget.
Normally, when there's a law that people don't like, they still comply with it. We see it all the time. Did they do that? No. They didn't even seek a preliminary injunction. They just said, we don't like it, we're not complying with it. That in and of itself tells you a lot.
Are listed in the lawsuit, which is seeking penalties and an order to stop those restrictions.
Sequoyah County deputies say they uncovered trafficking amounts of meth inside of a home directly across the street from a Venezuelan middle school. The sheriff's department shared these photos during the search warrant of the home. They say they found methamphetamine, packaging materials, and digital scales. John Spradley and Joe Neal were arrested on narcotics-related charges. The sheriff's office, along with the Venezuelan police, say that keeping drugs out of local communities, especially near schools, is something they'll continue to monitor. A Washington County jury has acquitted a Fayetteville man accused of capital murder. Hugh Kane argued that the 2024 shooting was in self-defense, and the jury agreed. Police documents say Kane told the 911 caller 48-year-old Weston Miller came at him and threatened to attack him. Washington County prosecutor Brandon Carter said, quote, there are cases, particularly ones where self-defense is alleged, where it's important for the community to determine the best course of action.
And Northwest Arkansas expected to grow to about 1 million by 2050. And regional leaders say they'll need billions of dollars in transportation improvements to keep up. The Northwest Arkansas Planning Commission has been studying 5 fast-growing regions in the country to find out how they paid for major transportation projects and whether any of those ideas could work here. The commission says it's looking at what worked in other big cities while it tries to close a transportation funding gap here.
But if we're able to toll some of these more regional and federal and state roads that are usually many times traveled by people who don't even live here, then that can help relieve traffic.
The commission says that the study isn't about picking one solution, but more about learning what has worked elsewhere before making any recommendations. Well, the number of cyclosporiasis cases in Arkansas continues to grow.
The Arkansas Department of Health says that 36 people statewide have now tested positive for the stomach parasite linked to lettuce. Because symptoms can take up to 2 weeks to appear, health leaders say the outbreak could continue for several more weeks, even if contaminated food has already been removed from shelves or menus. While federal investigators continue examining produce linked to the outbreak, Arkansas retailers say the impact here has been limited.
We were blessed in Arkansas that we did not have any of those issues in the retail chain that affected Arkansas.
The Arkansas Retail Association says most produce sold in Arkansas grocery stores go through multiple inspections before reaching customers. President Trump issued a new threat towards Iran after attending the dignified transfer of multiple fallen U.S. service members.
At least 18 American soldiers have died since the conflict began nearly 5 months ago. Jared Hill has the latest.
Overnight, a 12th straight day of U.S. strikes on Iran.
They're getting hit so hard, and they want to make a deal. But I say they're not ready to make a deal.
President Trump is now threatening that anytime Iran shoots at a ship in the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. will, quote, bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant.
They're going to pay a big price.
Iran's foreign minister fired back. Our defense doctrine is clear, eye for an eye. Now, concerns the conflict could be spreading after Iran-backed Houthi fighters claimed an attack on 2 tankers carrying Saudi oil in the Red Sea. The escalations came the same day President Trump attended the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. service members killed in Jordan and Iraq last weekend. Among them, First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, just 25 years old. His parents later flew on Air Force One with the president to a speech in Georgia.
We will carry Tyler's memory in our hearts forever.
Republicans support our troops.
In Washington, the House narrowly passed a budget bill that includes billions of dollars for the war. It now heads to the Senate, where members of both parties are criticizing the conflict.
I think by any objective measure, we're worse off than we were before the war.
You cannot claim to support the troops while leaving them trapped in a war with no mission and no end.
Senate Democrats say they'll push for another vote to curb the president's war powers. Jared Hill, CBS News.
A federal judge in New York set a trial date of June 1st next year for former Venezuelan president on drug trafficking and weapons charges. Now, his lawyer argues the ousted leader is entitled to sovereign immunity as a head of state. U.S. Special Forces snatched him and his wife from their home in January.